Hello and welcome. My name is Patrick Hine.
And I'm James Martin, and we're here at Gitex in Dubai, and we're going to take you on a little walkthrough of our booth experience tour.
If you got 10 minutes, I want to tell you all about Q-SYS. Hi, Kasia. How are you? Q-SYS is an audio, video, and control platform which not only expedites the integration because you don't have to program these individual components to talk to each other, but ultimately what it delivers is a more holistic experience. So let's talk a little bit about what this room is.
Welcome to your Q-SYS immersive collaboration space.
An immersive collaboration space, or you could say high-impact spaces. These are spaces which really take the experience beyond what you normally find in a meeting room. And that might mean things like multiple camera integration. We're going to see a lot of that in just a few minutes. Simplified video distribution, advanced microphone reinforcements like the ceiling mic that we have here. But we're going to spend quite a bit of time talking about full room automation and control. And what that means is changing the space, reacting to the user's input without them having to manually control everything, right?
Yeah, so let's talk about a meeting space and what happens before a meeting happens, because a lot of that experience is setting a condition for a good meeting. So if you can see, when you enter this room, we've got nice lighting happening, there's music playing, there's signage to let you know that you're in the right place. Everything about this room is instilling confidence that it's not one of those rooms that you want to avoid, but rather it's a room that I can have a productive conversation in. So let's talk a little bit about some of the technology that we're going to see in this room.
Right, so in this room, we're going to have a look at spatial audio with Microsoft Teams, which also works with Zoom rooms as well. And what this does is instead of the people on screen being across the screen, but you always hearing them in mono right through the middle, which can be a bit fatiguing to listen to, you're going to hear people as they appear on the screen. So if you're watching at home, maybe put some headphones on and let's join the call and see what they have to say for themselves. Meet now.
Call started.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I trust everyone is well rested and ready to put this budget to bed. So, product development. Let's start with you.
Look, I've already cut 12%. If I cut any deeper, we won't have anything left to sell.
Look, Lindsay, we go through this every year. Every department is making sacrifices.
Yeah, we sit and we make excuses instead of getting creative and doing the work.
Yeah, well said. Sorry, is anyone else looking at line 280? Yeah, it looks like there is an entire GL dedicated to the Ice Cream Sandwich Club.
Huh? Weird.
Totally.
Someone's been charging $10K every quarter to that GL.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, this is getting a
Call muted.
little uncomfortable. So I think somebody should call HR. Well, you might have noticed that I muted that on a certified Teams controller, and Q-SYS is fully integrated and certified for Microsoft Teams, along with the other UC platforms. The other thing that I hope that you realize, and Darren, if you could go all the way back so we can show something wide, that the whole room reacted when I went on mute. Not only did we mute this call, but the microphone in the sky went completely muted. All of the cameras turned around so that we know in the room that nothing is being transmitted to the far end. Speaking of the far end, all of the far end is seeing, and what we are transmitting is a custom privacy screen. So again, everything in this room is giving me confidence that I can have a private conversation that the far end is not hearing.
Right, so that's an automation which really elevates the user experience, but we might also want some manual control. And normally that might mean having a separate touch panel, but we can come right back to this Teams controller and we can just go to room controls, okay? And here what you're seeing is a completely custom user interface that can do whatever we want. And we've got it set up for, for example, controlling some cameras, okay? We can switch between some cameras here, move these cameras around. We can control the lighting. We've got some lighting presets, but instead we could just control that all manually, okay? Get some nice lighting for me and Patrick there. Maybe we want to use this to launch some media as well. Maybe we work for a marketing agency. We want to review some content. Okay, so again, we controlled the lights, put it into cinema mode. And the thing is, I also want to control the AC, and we can of course do all of that from Q-SYS. But Patrick, it seems like it's a bit hot in here.
Yeah, well, I mean, the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry, and that is what that help desk button is to provide. Is when things don't go right, you have a means of letting somebody know that we're having an issue, and Q-SYS can provide that integration. So if I click Help Desk, as you can see, I can choose between any number of things that I pre-identified. it's a little hot in this room, so I'm going to click environmental
Help
controls.
desk has been requested. Please stand by for further instructions.
What has just happened now? We've let our IT people know via an integrated webhook via Q-SYS that we need some assistance with the environmental. The other thing that it did is it sent a message to Q-SYS Reflect, which is going to allow us to further diagnose that, because Reflect is collecting all of the data on that room, and then we can make that diagnostic and do some better troubleshooting when we're not in the moment in the room.